The Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps has declared the Strait of Hormuz effectively closed to foreign interference, following a string of attacks on commercial vessels, including a Cyprus-flagged container ship. The situation in the region has reached a boiling point. Iran is now aggressively forcing commercial ships to coordinate their passage directly with the IRGC. By demanding that every captain ask permission to enter, Iran is asserting itself as the undisputed gatekeeper of the waterway. The United States has retaliated with a third round of military strikes, targeting Iranian assets, demanding immediate, open, and toll-free passage for all commercial ships. This is a direct challenge to the precedent of open seas. While the U.S. enforces a global standard of unrestricted transit, Iran is attempting to establish a regional authority where passage is a privilege they grant, rather than a right everyone holds. To understand why this standoff is so volatile, we have to look at the geography. The Strait of Hormuz is the economic jugular of the modern world. This map shows exactly what is at stake. At its narrowest, the shipping lanes here are just 2 miles wide in either direction. Yet roughly 1/5 of the entire global oil supply is squeezed through this tiny geographic bottleneck every single day. When you force massive, slow-moving commercial supertankers to navigate such a tight space, they lose any ability to maneuver quickly. They become isolated, floating targets. Whoever commands this narrow strip of water effectively holds a veto over the stability of the global energy supply. The leadership in Tehran knows exactly what would happen in a head-to-head conventional war with the United States. Their military would be devastated. So instead, they rely on asymmetric warfare. This is a strategy where a weaker military avoids direct confrontation, exploiting a specific vulnerability, in this case, geography, to offset American military supremacy. Top Iranian officials view the strait as their golden weapon. It allows them to drag the United States away from a traditional military battlefield they would certainly lose, and onto an economic battlefield they can actually control. The IRGC asserts this control through low-level harassment. They fire warning shots at commercial ships and aggressively intercept vessels they accuse of disabling their transponders or deviating from Iranian-designated shipping lanes. By weaponizing this exact stretch of water, Iran traps the United States. Overwhelming American firepower can win a naval battle, but it cannot easily resolve a hostage situation involving the global economy. The IRGC doesn't actually need to sink every vessel that passes through. They only need to inject a severe sense of risk into the market. Looking at this chart, you can see the direct mechanics of that fear. Every time naval harassments occur in the strait, maritime insurance premiums and shipping rates spike. Costs double in weeks due to violence. And that localized risk bleeds into the broader economy. Global crude oil prices track aggressively upward alongside insurance rates. This economic pressure works. It forces regional players like Oman and Qatar into frantic diplomatic scrambling, sending delegations to Tehran to mediate and appease the Iranian government to keep the oil flowing. By forcing the global financial market to price in the constant threat of a shutdown, Iran has turned economic uncertainty into a more potent form of leverage than any naval fleet. But there is another layer to this conflict. This aggressive foreign posturing serves a crucial internal purpose for the Iranian regime. The biggest threat to the IRGC comes from within its own borders. The regime is widely unpopular at home, facing massive waves of domestic unrest, protests, and a citizenry increasingly willing to challenge their authority. Provoking a high-stakes standoff with an external superpower is a calculated distraction. It allows the government to rally its base and project the illusion of formidable, unbreakable strength against a foreign enemy. For Iran's leadership, maintaining the aggressive posture of a global gatekeeper is a manufactured shield designed to ensure their own domestic survival. This creates an unresolvable deadlock. The global economy requires a guaranteed, open waterway to function, while the Iranian regime requires the leverage of controlling it to stay in power. This is why temporary memorandums of understanding, or 60-day ceasefires, repeatedly disintegrate. Neither side can afford to permanently concede to the other's core demand. As long as the United States holds a massive advantage in conventional firepower, Tehran will never willingly surrender its one major geographic equalizer. The Strait of Hormuz will remain a permanent flashpoint. For Iran, Giving up control of this narrow channel means surrendering its only true defense mechanism.